going to be watching How Lethal is Candy. I'll let you know right now, the sugar-free gummy bears are pretty lethal to your colon. Let's check it out. Shoot steel.
Gonna be a relaxing day on the range.
I agree. That's my ride. I let him borrow it.
Where did it go?
Oh, hell no. I am not gonna do yard work. I remember one time my dad had me go outside and start picking weeds and I wanted to cry. It was so hot in Texas. Damn you, yard work.
What's up, everybody? My name is...
Skittles are my favorite candy, and it's because, one, I don't like chocolate, and two, I just love how fruity they are, and my favorite Skittles are all lime.
And you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And you know, some people say that candy is not good for you.
What?
People are a bunch of losers.
Yeah!
Well, today we're going to find out just how lethal candy could be. Today I have some very special 4-gauge candy shotgun shells, and we're going to see what kind of damage they can do to our ballistic dummy lab zombie torso.
He should shoot him with Pez. Those things are actually pretty hard. I remember my sister and I just used to throw them at each other.
It has life like flesh, organs, bones, and green blood, and I am very excited to see what happens when it gets hit with some high-velocity refined sugar. But before we get started, let me tell you about today's sponsor. And today's sponsor is Aura. Anyone can...
I already got Aura. You know.
Find anything on the internet, including your personal information. This information is accessible because data brokers profit from selling it to telemarketers, spammers, robocallers, and anyone else who wants to know more about you. And that's why I'm super excited about today.
You don't want to know more about me, do you? I'll give you a fun fact. My name is...
Today's sponsor, Aura. Aura will identify data brokers exposing your information and automatically submit opt-out requests on your behalf. They'll even opt you out of junk mail and telemarketing lists. You can use my link, aura.com/Kentucky, to get a free 2-week trial and see how many data brokers are sharing your information. You can also find this link in the description down below, or you can scan my QR code. Aura also does so much...
Also, is that not scary for any data broker to see this guy standing in a room with the Resident Evil gun collection? Oh, hell no, I'm not taking any of his information at all.
Description down below, or you can scan my QR code. Aura also does so much more to protect you and your family from online threats you can't see. It's easy to set up so you don't have to download several different apps to get things like parental controls, antivirus, VPN, password management, identity theft insurance, and more.
Just as a public service announcement, that free trial you got last week, go cancel that right now. Like, I'm looking out for you. I know you keep saying you're gonna do it tomorrow, but just go do it right now. I'll wait. Okay.
You get everything at one affordable price. Let Aura do the hard work of keeping you safe online so that you can focus on other tasks with peace of mind. Don't let people continue to exploit and profit off your private information.
Yeah.
Swing over to aura.com/Kentucky and start your free 2-week trial today. You can also find this link in the description down below, or you can scan my QR code. Again, a big thank you to Aura for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back to it. So today I'm going to be using my Russian BFG-1 4-gauge shotgun.
Watch where you're swinging
the first round we're going to
thing!
start out with is a 4-gauge Skittle round. This has 246 grains of Skittles. Let's see what it does when we hit Mr. Zombie with it.
Taste the rainbow.
Prepare to taste the rainbow. Okay, let's have a look. look, shall we? It does not look like we did a whole lot of damage. I have actually one of them right here on the table.
I'll test it.
It didn't make a very loud bang. I don't think we had a very good powder burn, if I'm going to be honest. But we did still propel the Skittles at the zombie. And you can see a lot of them broke up on his skin. I would not say the Skittles are lethal, but I would say that they're going to hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
So up next, we are going to move on to a 4-gauge Nerds round.
I love Nerds. Actually, Nerds implemented and they patched and innovated the game, okay? They have Nerds gummy clusters, one of the greatest candies of all time.
This has 255 grains of Nerds. Here we go. Oh.
Damn! Just blasting them. I'm gonna snort that.
Did not look like that felt very good. So we have a lot of these Nerds stuck in his skin.
That one watches anime. That one plays Warhammer. That one likes League of Legends.
This is all looking like it would be more painful than lethal. This next round I am very excited about. This is a 4-gauge Tic Tac round.
Oh my God. I'm not even kidding. I cannot buy the orange Tic Tacs anymore because they are so addictive. I will go, maybe just one. Okay, well, I mean, they're like 1 calorie. Oh yeah, maybe. And then I just eat them all. I cannot have this in my possession.
I have 257 grains of orange Tic Tacs.
So good.
Tic Tacs are meant to be a breath freshener. I'm gonna go right for his mouth.
Oh!
Okay. Tic Tacs had a little more kick to them. So I have to admit, I took out...
The Tic Tacs had some kickbacks.
my
Oh!
ear protection because the Skittles in the Nerds round was not very loud. But the Tic Tac round, it had a little more flavor, and my ears are kind of ringing.
Mine too.
And I see here that the zombie, he is definitely feeling that a lot more than the previous 2 rounds. These Tic Tacs really messed up his face here.
Free nose
Look at
job.
his nose. He's got it all on his nose. Actually, looks like some of it made it into his mouth.
Yay!
So at this point, I'm going to say the Tic Tac round is causing more damage, but I still don't know if I would consider it lethal.
Next, he's gonna do M&ms.
So up next, I have a 4-gauge Smarties round.
Oh! And they're the American Smarties, Canadians. But if it would have been the Canadian Smarties, it would have kind of been like M&Ms.
This has 187 grains of Smarties. The Tic Tac round did...
I remember, I don't know why I have so many candy stories. When I was a kid, people would smoke Smarties in the back of the bus, and Smarties got banned from my school.
Quite a bit of damage, so I'm very curious to see what this does. All right, here we go.
Oh!
A little underwhelming. So the Smarties acted about like the Skittles and the Nerds. We had a good hit, but it does not look like it did much damage. I am very excited about this next round.
This is gonna be... What's harder than a Smartie? Maybe... Twizzlers?
This is a 4-gauge gummy bear round. It has 370 grains of gummy bears inside. That is quite a bit of weight, so I am curious to see if we have some good compression and what kind of damage we do to our zombie here.
Do you bring bear mace for gummy bears?
I'm gonna go for his lower section. Here we go.
Oh!
Okay.
That was loud! Oh my God! And we eat that? Look how explosive it is to your insides. They must have been sugar-free.
Wow. Well then, gummy bears. Not only will they cause diabetes, they will also cause a hole in your stomach. Holy
Around
cow.
cars.
Let's take a look at this.
Grim Chow?
I guess those gummy bears
I guess it would be Grim Chow.
kind of all wadded together. It's kind of a hot day. So we may have had like a gummy bear slug. And as you can see here, oh, here's some of them coming out. Oh, dear.
Ew!
There's some of the gummy bears.
Give it a taste.
Holy cow. That is awful. Look at this. Oh, that's not a gummy bear. That's his insides. Okay. Is there another one in there? That's another gummy bear.
Gummy bear
That's
enema!
bad. Okay, I have to admit I'm pretty impressed with the gummy bears. Let's move on to our next round. You know, candy's good and all, but it'll rot your teeth.
Yeah.
But you know what won't rot your teeth? Subscribing to Kentucky Ballistics.
That was the plug section. Are you sure you're just so sweet?
If you're not careful eating this next candy, it could break your teeth. This is a 4-gauge, 200-grain Jolly Rancher round.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. Also, just to make you angry, my favoriteest Jolly Rancher, green. Second favoriteest, purple. They are so good. And you can lick them and put them on people's car.
All right, here we go. So
Oh!
the Jolly Ranchers look like they did a little bit of damage to Mr. Zombie's face here.
He's
Look
not
at that.
jolly.
Oh, he smells really nice, but I don't think you would
Really? Me too? Just let me know.
look very nice after being shot in the face with Jolly Ranchers. As you can see right here, it looks like one of them cut him all the way down to the bone. You know, it's really too bad this zombie isn't made out of Diet Coke, because next I have a 4-gauge, 250-grain
Aspartame? Mentos! Yes, yes, yes! That's the candy I broke my braces with! It was right after I got my braces done, and I wanted a Mentos, so I chewed on it, and my braces popped off, and I went up to my mom, and I went, please don't get mad. You have to drive me back to the dentist.
toast round. I'm gonna scoot up a little bit closer, and I think I'm gonna go for this fresh spot right here.
It is always powder.
Okay. That smells wonderful, but it does not look like it did much to him. I would argue that was the least amount of damage we've seen today.
Yeah.
So I've been saving this round until the very end because I feel like it
What is the hardest candy? Jawbreaker? That's like a bullet, right? It's like a circle?
has the most potential to dirty up my barrel. This is
Uh-oh.
a 4-gauge, 241-grain mini M&M.
Oh, I knew they were coming! Oh, yes!
Now for the age-old question. Will they melt in your mouth or in your shotgun barrel? Let's find out, shall we?
Probably not.
Oh,
Ow! This is why I don't eat chocolate. It's bad for your teeth.
that is nasty. Oh, ew. It's just one big wad of chocolate on his mouth. I just can't seem
Ew.
to make a video without getting poop on everything. So that's my last shot. My
And I can't seem to make a video without getting shit on in the comments.
4-gauge barrel is covered in chocolatey goodness, and I'm not going to be firing it anymore today. But I do have a canned cannon, and right now it is loaded up with 20 whole packs of Smarties. All right, 20
Oh
packs
my
of
god,
Smarties
blast
to
them.
the face. Oh!
Holy crap! He's almost as white as me!
Yeah, that hit him pretty hard. His face is broken right here. That broke his whole cheekbone. I can relate. That doesn't feel very good. Of the 4-gauge candy rounds, the gummy bears were the most effective. So now let's see what happens when we hit him with some gummy bears out of our can cannon. Here we go.
I'm a gummy bear, a loaded gummy bear. Whoa,
Kind of bounced right off of him, didn't it? He got hit somewhere in this area, but I'm not really seeing much damage. Actually, I lied. That broke his rib. So now let's see what happens when we hit him with some Jolly Ranchers out of the cannon. Oh my gosh!
My big ol' head. Ow!
Those all just kind of stayed together, didn't they? And we hit him in this area right here. And that looks like that would have hurt. So I've learned today.
Do you go to the ER or urgent care for that?
That candy can be pretty devastating, but it's not necessarily lethal. Except for gummy bears, they're borderline lethal.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna finish off the zombie with something I know is 100% lethal.
100% lethal. Maybe a mini nuke?
This is my A square 577.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And don't ever say YouTube taught you nothing.
T-Rex. I have not had this out in a while, and I'm gonna hit that zombie with a 650 grain soft point. 3
What kind of candy is that?
of them to be exact. Been a little while since I shot this thing. Last I checked, it kicks pretty hard. Here we go.
American candy. Caw, bitch.
Let's hit him again, shall we? But this time, we'll hit him right in the chest.
Do you think a Tylenol would help? Oh! Aspirin!
All right, now let's hit him in the lower section.
If you're a man, look away. I'm not. I was just showing you what to do. Oh my God!
Oh, okay, he's just gonna fall apart, I think. Obviously, his head is missing. The chest shot was pretty devastating, obviously. And so was this lower shot here. Let's flip him over.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna say that the T-Rex is much more effective than gummy bears.
I agree. He's gonna pull it!
Video. I hope you enjoyed it.
I
What did
did!
you think about the candy shotgun shell?
I think I'm never gonna eat candy again, and I'm only going to have fruits, vegetables, lean meats, maybe burrito bowls if I feel like treating myself a little bit. No sweets, no soda, only water, and especially no pizza.
Let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed today's video, do me a big favor and give it a like. And if you're not subscribed to Kentucky Ballistics,
I am.
do yourself a favor and hit that subscribe button. Oh. Oh.
Finish him.
Also be sure and check me out on Kentucky Customs, Kentucky Ballistics Shorts, Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to all those can be found in the description down below, along with a link
He's
to
everywhere.
KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt.
Yeah!
And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you
And my name is Barry. I don't know, CT's gonna have to put the sound in.
so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. See you next time.
Damn! Happy birthday to the ground. My truck's not a phone. Duh. Nah, I gotta get a new toe. This guy sucks, no tip. You're good. You're good. You're good.
It's a good day.